When we talk about security, perimeter security, we think about how you can utilize cameras, how you can utilize access control to enter some restricted spaces. When we think about the fence, we think about a camera you can deploy and monitor the virtual line. At some point, the camera will not stop the thief from entering, right? We have to give you another solution that will do the active deterrence with extra physical security. So on your fence, we can make it a live wire, electrically sending electric pulse and protecting your fence. So what we mean is we have this energizer. We call it a HIKVISION Energizer. Let me just explain. It's an IPX4, so it can be installed in a semi-outdoor environment. So don't put it outside and expose it to rain. Instead, you can put it in a rainproof box or put it somewhere not directly accessible. Then it's long distance fence length. The total length for the fence is 10 kilometers. We have lightning and surge protection design. We have replaceable fuse protection. So in case of any power issues, the fuse where gets short, we replace the fuse. Then we have wireless communication. Remember, this works best, the typical solution works best with the AX Pro alarm hub. So we connect the wireless alarm hub to this as a zone. If you have multiple energizers, then you connect as multiple zones. Then you can arm and disarm even from your phone. I'm sure you want that. You want to arm your fence from your phone. So that is with the panel, you can easily control your fence. So the Energizer comes in two variations. We have the gray version and the black version. So let's look at this one. Of course, from the box, you know, it's the gray version, right? So the first thing you get, the mounting, you get the screws, you get the battery connection cable. Remember, the Energizer supports connecting to a battery. Then we have this. The new Energizer actually comes with a power cable. So let's see what am I saying about this. This is the Energizer itself. Just pull out the cable and let's understand some principles of this Energizer from this video briefly. So this Energizer looks like this. The design is rugged also, it's plastic, but as I talked, you need to install it in a semi-permanent environment. Look at this, it has 4 terminals for connecting to the fence. Earth, which goes around the fence and comes back. And then we have fence and zone return. So we have zone out and back. So the cable must go throughout the perimeter and come back. You can do multiple cables, of course. We train this, how to do the cabling and wiring for your Energizer. Then ensure you do proper grounding of your Energizer. Then in terms of operation, we can arm and disarm. Of course, it comes with the keyfobs to arm and disarm. Where are the keyfobs? They are here in the packaging. So let me just get the keyfob out. Yes, the Energizer comes with 2 keyfobs. Of course, if you need more, you can also get more keyfobs. Keyfobs that look like this. So you just tap it here, arm. Tap it here again, disarm. So that is how it works. Then this is a, let me see, this is a WE version. So the frequency of wireless communication. We also have WB. So we support both the 433 and 868. So make sure you get the one that matches your panel. If it doesn't match, then it won't work. So with the Energizer, we can always know the status, the gate, the service. Then you can connect this to the bell. We connect to the backup battery. We connect the siren. So that is a typical HIKVISION Energizer. I talked about a 10-kilometer cable length. So if you're doing, let's say a 250 perimeter with 8 wires, you divide by 10 kilometers and make sure the total cable length doesn't exceed 10 kilometers. Then it's a 9 kilojoule Energizer, so that's high energy, which will help to prevent people from entering your perimeter, entering your premise. Stay tuned as we do more practical operation on the HIKVISION Energizer and more on more HIKVISION products. Thank you.